Hello, guys. Good evening.
Hello, good evening. How you doing?
Doing good. How
Good
about you
evening.
guys? Good evening, Joe.
Hello,
I'm doing
teacher. Good evening.
Hello. Okay, guys. So it's nice to be here with you. Um, Sorry because I didn't tell you about the day off we had yesterday with anticipation, but I think, guys, I did it on time. So I hope you enjoyed yesterday's evening. What did you do, by the way, guys? Hmm. Did you listen to music? Did you read a book? Did you exercise? Did you learn something? What did you do yesterday evening?
my case. I went play soccer with my friends, and after I just watch us.
Okay. Are you good at playing soccer?
Not really, not really.
Okay.
In my defense, I proposed to have a FIFA tournament, but one of my friends said, "Why we just don't go to play in a real place?" And I
Mhm.
was like, "Well, it's fine."
Okay, let's do some exercise. Okay. Yeah, but maybe you were the one that enjoyed the most the moment. I don't know. That could
Run
happen.
like for 10 minutes, and then I was really exhausted.
You were dying. Okay, guys. You had a homework today to bring something old to class. Okay. I did my homework, and this is the item that I brought. Can you tell me, guys, what do you think I brought to class today? Something antique, old-fashioned. What do you think? Hmm?
Maybe a notebook.
An old book? Oh, I have a very old book, huh? But no. I brought this. This is a pocket watch. Okay, this is a pocket watch. It's very old school. Okay, you use this with a chain and you put this in your pocket. If you click here, it opens and here is the watch. Okay, so it's very antique. It's very antique. So this is the item that I brought. It's a pocket watch. It was maybe in the 90s. No, not in the 90s. Well, I had a teacher. I used to have a teacher, and he was old and old-fashioned, and he wore some like this. I mean, a pocket watch like this. So, guys, this is my um, gadget, my old gadget. What did you bring to class? Ah, you forgot. You forgot, right? Okay, that's okay, guys. Joheb, do you have something very old at home?
Honestly, not. At the time, I didn't. Well, at least in my home, like if it's not was lost, maybe that was like how I can say deteriorado.
Ruined.
Yes, thanks. Ruined. So honestly, not, and neither from my mom or my father that they give it to me. So no.
Okay, very good. All right. So, okay, you can maybe go to those places like where they sell old things, right? or maybe you go to marketplace and buy something because it's really nice. It feels really nice. As it said, when you see something that is very old-fashioned, you feel different. You feel like in that period of time. Okay, so guys, I hope you enjoyed this. Nobody did the homework? No? Okay.
I'm sorry, I forgot it.
I knew it that you had forgotten it. Okay, but if you have something, if you find something at home, you can take a picture, send it in the WhatsApp group so you can share this with the class. Okay, but even more important, guys, what did we learn in the previous class? You forgot it as well. You have to do some memory exercises. We learned modal verbs, okay? Modal verbs, okay? Very good. So, Rudy, what was your rule? The rule that you kept?
Yes, it was the first rule. It says we cannot add, for example, an s to a modal verb, and for example, to verb can. It's a modal verb. We cannot say she cans because it's incorrect.
What's the only exception?
When you have you had to. I remember that word, that modal verb. You have to. You have to.
In that one, for have to, which is a modal verb, we can say she has to do her homework. We can say that, okay? She has. We conjugate the verb have, but not with the other ones. Not with might, of, should, no. Okay, so good. Kevin, you had the second rule, right?
Yes, it was that after the modal verb, we have to use the verb in its base form.
An example?
For example, swim. You cannot say swimming or swam. You have to use but in this case the base form.
Exactly. You cannot say I can to swim. I can swim in. Maybe we are going to see some examples, some exceptions when it comes to activities, but you cannot say you must to play soccer because it's good for your health. You cannot do that, okay? Good. And Fatima, you had the third rule.
Yes, and it was use not after the model. So we don't use don't or didn't, etc.
An example?
You should not drink alcohol.
Excellent. You will not say you don't should drink alcohol, right? That sounds odd. You say you should not. You may not. You cannot. Okay, so good, guys. Excellent. We are going to start now today's class, which is related to that. Today, we are starting Unit 5. So that means that we are not having the speaking class today. And the reason is because we are going to have it tomorrow. But furthermore, the reason is because today's topic is very related to the previous topic. So I wanted to have the two classes together and the speaking class later or afterwards. So good. Here we have a warm-up or an icebreaker. This one we already did in the class, so we are not doing that anymore. You were able to reach 20. That is impressive. That is the first time that I think that have ever happened in the world. So good. Do and don'ts in a relationship. A quick topic to start today's class. What are the things that you can do or you cannot do in a relationship, guys? Do's and don'ts. Tell me. When you have a boyfriend, when you have a girlfriend. Mm-hmm. Rudy, tell me a do.
And you have to show love or affection to your partner.
All right, I love that word, affection. Okay, you have to be affectionate. You have to show affection to your partner. Perfect, okay? Good one. Another do, guys, a volunteer.
Be honest, it could be a do, right? Being honest and yeah.
Are you honest, Carlos? With your significant one?
Yeah, I consider myself like a honest one person. Yeah.
Okay, very good. Okay. Other examples?
Be protective with him.
All right, you have to be protective with that person. Okay, very good. Excellent. What else, guys? Okay, tell me don'ts. Now, something you don't do or you shouldn't do in a relationship.
You don't have to repeat past mistakes.
You don't have to repeat mistakes over and over, okay? Very good, okay? I agree.
You shouldn't ignore their faults. If you have maybe a problem, you should talk about it, not just ignore it.
Okay, very good. You should be communicative, right, with that person, okay? Talk about problems. Do not overlook problems, okay? Good. And more important, avoid problems, okay? All right.
Avoid comparison.
Sorry, go ahead.
Avoid comparison.
Exactly, avoid comparisons, right? Exactly, that can kill a relationship. I agree. What about talking to your ex? Is this something you should do? Should you talk or can you talk to your ex while in a relationship?
It depends, I think. If you do very often, it could be weird.
It could be weird. I agree. How would you feel if your partner is talking to her ex? Okay, well, guys, I don't want to go deeper, okay, in this. So that was just to begin the class. So stop thinking about your exes, about your problems. Let's think about something happy, okay? All right, so we are going to start today's class, and this first is related to previous classes. I mean, to the previous class, because Fernando wasn't in the class. So we want to give Fernando an insight of what we learned in the previous class. And we will have Fatima to read this, please.
We use modal verbs to express abilities, possibilities, obligation, advice, and permission. They behave differently from other verbs.
Perfect, thank you. Okay, number one, we learned that modal verbs are used for functions, okay, more than for actions. Usually a verb tells you an action. Oh, I read, I get up. That's an action, it's not a function. But we use modal verbs for functions like to express abilities. I can. That's not an action, okay? That's an ability, okay? That's a function. I can speak 4 languages, okay? That's an ability. You are expressing a function in the language. So possibilities, okay? If you say, I may lose weight if I change my diet, you are not you are not talking about an action, but a function. And what is the function? To express a possibility. It may rain tomorrow. Okay, that's a possibility. Okay, so good. And the same with obligation, advices, and permission. Good. And they behave differently from other verbs. We learned the 3 rules, okay, to avoid making mistakes with them. Good. So this is about last class. I'm happy to know that you remember the previous class. So these are the modal verbs, or some of the modal verbs that we learned in the previous class. Carlos, please help me read them.
Okay. The modal verbs are can, would, could, might, may, and should.
Okay, very good. Might. This is a modal verb for, what is the function?
Possibility.
Possibilities.
Possibility, okay. Should.
Or advices.
Advices, okay. Could. We learned that could, okay, Fatima, let's go.
Permission.
Permission. Yes. Actually, I mentioned that could can be used for permission. Could you please help me with this? Permission, or that is a request actually. So for request, permission, could you, could I use your cell phone? Okay, permission. Okay, also for a lot of other functions. Good. Okay, very good. So those are the functions and those are the modal verbs. Why am I showing you this? Because in the question at the beginning, the question was, tell me some do's and don'ts in a relationship. You could have used all of them, okay? If you are telling an advice, you shouldn't talk to your ex if you are in a relationship with someone else, okay? Shouldn't. You didn't use it, okay? Could. This one, which is the most common one, you didn't use it either, okay? Might, may, would, you didn't use them. So guys, in any opportunity you have, try to use them to express possibilities. Example, well, you shouldn't talk to your ex. However, you could talk to your partner and try to get to an agreement. Okay, I used 2 of them. Okay, you can use would as well, can, might, and may. Good, very good. Now, true or false? This one is for Walter. Walter, true or false? We use the infinitive form of the verbs after a modal verb. Is true or false? True. Okay, what do you think, guys? Is true or false? Rudy, is true or false?
For me, it's true.
Okay. And what about for you, Kevin?
It's false
Why, Kevin?
because the rule that you explained to us was that we have to use the verb in the basic form, in the base form after the modal verb.
Exactly. The base form is this, go. And the infinitive form is this, to go. So we use the base form. You cannot say, you should to go. Okay, this is the infinitive, to go. So we don't use the infinitive after the modal verb. Okay, is it clear, guys? Perfect. All right. We conjugate the modal verb depending on the subject of the tense. Is this true or false?
For me, it's false because the only exception when you conjugate is the modal have to, or right, or have to, has to, for example.
Exactly. Very good. That is the answer. The rule is you don't conjugate verbs. The exception is have to. Good. And the last one. We use not for the negative form of a modal verb with no exception. Is this true or false? Mm-hmm. What do you think? What do you think, guys? It is. Kevin?
For me, it's true.
For me, it's true.
Okay. And the answer is false because it says with no exception. And we do have an exception. The exception is have to. Okay? She doesn't have to. I don't have to. You will not say she has not to. Okay? So that's the exception. So yes, we do have an exception. Okay, very good. And for today, we are going to continue with other modals. The modals for permission. Okay, we have two for today. Cannot is the first one, or can't, and then be not allowed to. This is another one, and this is a new one for this class. Be not allowed to. So the verb to be, then not allowed to. Okay. Sorry, no dogs allowed. Yep, this is a prohibition. So this is for permission and prohibition, guys. Very good. So please help me read this slide, Heather.
Okay, teacher. Modal for permission. Cannot, be not allowed to. You cannot take photos here. Photos are not allowed in this place.
Thank you so much. Good reading. Perfect. Guys, those two sentences here, they mean the same, okay? That photos are not allowed. So if you see, you cannot, we are using this, take photos here. Photos are not allowed in this place. So be not allowed in this place. To when it's followed by another verb. In this case, we don't use to because the next word is not a verb. Okay, so good. Can you guys tell me the name of these places or situations in English? What is this?
Movie theater.
A movie theater. Okay, what are some prohibitions in a movie theater? Something that you can't do or that you are not allowed to do in a movie theater.
You are not allowed to use your phone.
Very good. You are not allowed to use your phone. Perfect. Okay. What else?
You're not allowed to record the movie.
Exactly. You're not allowed to record a movie, okay? That's true.
You are not allowed to speak loud.
You are not allowed to speak out loud, okay? Good. Yes. Okay, what else? Participate, guys.
It is not allowed to be late, for example.
Exactly, okay. You will not be getting into the room at the middle of the movie, right? Distracting everyone, no. Okay, it is not allowed, okay? B is not allowed to come late, okay? Perfect. Are you allowed to sneak food?
From third parties, no.
Exactly, not for third parties, okay? Okay, excellent. Okay, guys, so very good. So we use be allowed to for prohibitions, okay? Okay, or for permissions. You are allowed to bring your own food. Okay, that is permission. Good. And what is the name of this beautiful place?
I'm not sure it's a museum.
It's a museum, yes. Have you ever gone to a museum, guys? I hope so. So what are you not allowed, guys, to do in a museum?
You're not allowed to take pictures with flash.
Exactly. Yes, that is true. You are not allowed to take pictures with flash, okay?
You're not allowed to bring food or drinks.
Yes, you are not allowed to eat in a museum, okay? Imagine. That's why you don't see trash cans, okay? You don't see trash cans here because you are not allowed to bring any food or anything that you will dispose. Exactly. What else?
If it's an art museum, you're not allowed to touch the paintings. Or...
The paintings in the art gallery. Exactly. You are not allowed to touch them. Good. All right. And what's this place, guys?
Seems like an hospital.
It is a hospital, okay? some prohibitions here?
You're not allowed to visit out of the schedule.
Okay, very good. Exactly. You are not allowed to visit relatives, friends out of a schedule. Exactly. Hmm. Are you allowed to run in a hospital?
No, you're not allowed to run in the halls.
Exactly, in the halls. Very good. Imagine people running their kids and I know a sick person walking around. It's not possible. Okay, good. Last one for a hospital. Are you able to bring food to a person who is being cared in a hospital? No, right? Because they have a special diet, okay? Okay, recommended by doctors. So you're not allowed to bring your own food to a hospital. Okay, that could be an issue for them. So good. What about school? Do you remember? Here, guys, this is the first thing, guys. For be allowed to, you can conjugate the verb to be, because something that you were not allowed to do in school, you will not say, oh, when I was at school, I am not allowed. No, I was not allowed to do this. Okay, so put in practice that. What are some prohibitions that used to be there at school?
I was not allowed to speak during classes.
Exactly, really, and that is bad, I think. Imagine here, hey guys, you are not allowed to speak, just listen to me. No, that's not a good way to teach, nor mathematics, nor anything. What else?
I was not allowed to dye my hair.
You are not allowed to?
Dye my hair.
Oh, yeah, because of the power consumption.
Yeah,
Okay, and did you?
I study in a Catholic school.
Okay, but you studied in a private school, right?
Yes.
Okay, okay.
She was
Good.
not allowed to. I didn't understood that part. Wasn't allowed to do what?
Dry her hair. Okay. Okay, very good. What else, guys?
I was not allowed to take my cell phone in the school.
Okay, that's another bad thing, another bad practice, not a good practice, because you cannot keep away technology from the regular education. That's not possible. All right, but good. Okay, so we learned that for this, be allowed to structure, you can use it either in past, in present, in future. Hey guys, we will take a trip, but you will not be allowed to bring food, okay? So please don't do it, okay? Will not be, okay? We are using this for future. During an exam, what are some prohibitions during an exam?
You are not allowed to use your phone.
You are not allowed to use your phone, okay? That is good. Yes, I totally agree with that.
Your notebook
You're not
either.
allowed to use your notebook.
Okay, I think you both say the same, right? You were not, or you are not allowed to use your books or notebooks. Hmm. What else? The last one.
Talking with your friends or classmates.
Exactly. Okay. You are not allowed to talk to your friends during an exam. Okay. Excellent. And what about your workplace? What are some prohibitions in your workplace?
You're
So,
not allowed to sleep.
You are not allowed
During the work hours.
Okay, you are not allowed to sleep. Okay, that is a shame. What did you say, Joe?
disturbing others, like screaming or listening to music too loud.
Exactly, for sure. Okay. In my workplace, for example, starting May 1st, we are not allowed to eat in our spots. It was allowed before, but it's no longer allowed in my workplace, and that is a shame. Okay. All right. So very good, guys. I think you got this, right? You got this you know how to express prohibitions and permissions. Hey, guys, you are allowed to bring your friends to the class. Okay, that is a permission that I'm giving you. Okay, but it's not true. Okay, they have to pay. But good, guys. So we have another one. Have to. Remember, I brought this once again to class because this is the exception for the rules. So I have to water my plants every day. What is the difference between have to and must? Hmm.
Must is an obligation.
Maybe must is for rules and things like that.
Yep, must is stronger, as you said. Okay, I learned that from you guys. So must is stronger than have to. Yes, that is true. Also, the obligation, when the obligation doesn't come from you, that comes from the teacher, that comes from the rules, that comes from the society, you use must. When the obligation comes from you, you use have to. Hey, I have to do my homework right now. So that means an obligation or a necessity. I have to water my plants every day. That's a necessity that my plants have. Okay, good, excellent. So that was just to remember this. And this is too basic for you guys. But let's do just this part here. Okay, please use have to, has to, don't have to, or doesn't have to. Real quick. We will start with Carlos. Number one is for you. Okay, you see color green, so it's positive.
Okay. The number one is I have to go to school today.
Okay, that is not because you want to, it's an obligation that your parents, from your parents, or that's a necessity you have. That could be. Number two, Johan, help me with number two.
Have to take the bus.
You have to take the bus, okay? That is a necessity you have. Otherwise, you will not get on time to your work or school. Kevin, help me with number three.
Uh, Ken doesn't have to work on Friday.
Muy bien, very good. And let's listen to Fernando because you haven't participated, Fernando. Number four.
She have she has to buy tickets for the movie.
Perfect. Okay, she has to buy tickets for the movie. Otherwise, she will not get into the movie theater. Then number 5 for Walter. We don't have to, exactly. We don't have to study every day. Okay, very good. That's why, that means we don't need it. Okay, perfect. We don't need it. Okay, excellent. So I think, guys, this is very basic for you. Okay, let's just complete this one. In Rudy, please help me with the first one.
Señor Meliodas.
She has to walk the dog.
He has to walk the dog. Meliodas, hey, I remember that from an anime, right? I love that first season anime. The second season, yes, it was good, but the third season, I didn't like it. Okay, and then we have and what is this one, guys?
Have to.
I have to study for my exam. Okay, number 3.
You have to. Yeah.
Clean the car. That's a necessity because it's too dirty right now. So we have to clean this car or the car. My mom
Has to.
has to go shopping. What is the difference, or why do we use mom with you instead of a O? Instead of an O. Mom with O. What's the difference? This is the European spelling. M-U-M. This is how Europeans say mom, okay? In America, we say mom with O. That's the only difference. Okay, number 5, Emma and Danilo.
Have to.
Have to.
Exactly, have to tidy, organize the kitchen. Okay, Colin has to, right? Has to pack his bag. Pack.
In the
Number
number 5,
5.
you
Oh, have to. Okay, have to. Emma and Danilo have today. And number 7.
Has to.
Has to work. Has to go to work. Okay, you
Have
Have to.
to.
have to. Okay, this is a necessity. And what other modal can we use in this sentence instead of have to? Should. Okay, in that case, the sentence will be an advice. And what if I use could? What is going to be the function of could? If I said, hey, you could take a shower. A possibility, right? Okay, a possibility. Number 9 is the class.
Have to.
This one?
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to choose that one. And then the teacher
has to.
Exactly. Okay, very good. We are going to finish. Obviously, we will not do the whole thing because it's too much. And we got 5 of 10. Okay, now the problem with this is the class, guys, is only one class. So it's singular. Otherwise, we could say the classes for the plural. The class is singular. That's why we use has to. Okay, very good. Remember that if you have class in classes, that is a regular and a countable noun, okay? Because uncountable nouns, they don't have plural form. Milk. You cannot say, I want 2 milks. They don't have plural forms. In class, it has plural form, it's classes. So that is countable. And here we are using the singular pronoun. I mean the singular noun, which is the class. Is this 100% clear, guys? Yes, I know it's clear, guys, for you. Okay, very good. And now just to finish the class, guys, here we have this. What is the difference again between have to and have got to? Do you know that? Any idea? If you have ever seen this, oh, I have got a brother. You have got a problem, guy. Okay, if you ever heard, encountered this, that is the same as have to. But in America, we use only have to. Okay, I have to go to school. I have a brother. But in Europe, they say, I have got a brother. I have got to go to school. Okay, so that is the difference. That's the only difference, that this structure with got, it's used in Europe. Okay, if you go to the internet and you look for this topic, maybe you will see have got to, but it's the same. But that resource or that page is for European people, most likely. Okay, very good. So that is. Now, guys, the last activity. In my job, I have got to patrol the city and take care of its citizens. Okay, if you see, I have got to patrol. It's like the same if you say, I have to patrol. So guess the occupation. What's the occupation of this person?
Police officer.
A police officer. They patrol the streets, right? Patrullar and take care of its citizens. Perfect. Okay, good job. So guys, that was the class for today. That was pretty simple. Okay, that was pretty simple. And now just to ensure everything is clear, we are going to do just the last activity. It will take just 3 or 4 minutes. Okay, just to check that everybody has understood this. So you, which modal verb do we use here?
Have to.
You have to.
Must.
Must, okay? Why must?
Because it's an obligation that doesn't came from you.
That actually that comes from a rule, okay? So must. Okay, let's check it. Yes, must is the one, okay? And if you see, she's very annoyed, okay? She's very upset, angry, okay? That is stronger than have to. Okay, very good. So let's move on to the next one. What about here? You look tired.
You should go
You
home.
should.
You should go home and get some sleep, okay? You should go home and get some sleep. Perfect, okay? Excellent. Let's go to the next one. Which one?
Will.
will. What do you think, guys? Okay,
Would.
will was not. Which one?
Would.
Might.
Okay. Would,
Might.
no, might. Okay, might rain. Let's bring an umbrella. Okay, guys. Now, for you to know, if you want to be picky with this, I wouldn't have used might in this one. Why? Why do you think I would have used the other one, may? Why?
Sounds more fluent.
Okay. And what else?
It looked really cloudy, so the possibility is higher.
Exactly, because it's very cloudy, the possibility is like 60–70%. So we use may for that. Might is like 30%, okay? So may, but because of this, it seems it's right here, but now you are experts and you know that the best option is may. Okay, excellent. And what about this? He
He can paint very well.
let's see. He can paint very well. His art is popular. Okay, very good. That's it's not a possibility, it's an ability, okay? So good. What about this one? Oh, this is a conditional. What is the right modal to use in this conditional? First conditional, which is something we already saw in class.
Will.
Okay, you said will, right? Okay, very good. If the weather is good, they will go fishing. Why? Why, guys? Why is will the right one?
Because the first condition is the rule.
Is a rule for the first condition. Okay, yeah, but this is true, Heather. But if you want to think about this, first condition is 100% sure. If the weather is good, they will go fishing. Okay, it is possible. It is 100% possible, not sure, possible. So if think about this as the first conditional chord, if you drop a glass, it will break. Okay, it's very, very likely to happen, guys. That's first condition. Later in the course, we are going to learn about second, third condition. Okay, but first conditional is something that we should know. And if you had forgotten, remember, first condition is for 100% possible things that are possible, very likely to happen. Okay, if I don't study, I will I will fail the course or fail the exam. I will not pass the exam. So that is the first condition. We use present, simple, and then will in the result. Okay, and with the condition, which is the first one, the if clause, we use present, present simple. Okay, guys, any question? All right, very good, guys. Thank you so much. Then now let me show you something, guys. This is something that we were asked to do during the class because it's very difficult to do it outside the class. Let me just get this ready for you. And also to keep you updated about this. Let me share here the attendance. Okay, I'm sharing my screen right now. Okay, this is the attendance sheet for this course, and we are in April. No, actually, we are starting May today. Okay, for April, let me show you guys. The only one student with 100% attendance was Kevin, okay? Then we have 70%, 60%, 90%, 70, 40%, and that's your attendance, okay? For May, all of you, we are in May 2nd. Why is May 1st here in my, oh, we are in May 2nd. Today is Tuesday, of course. Okay, so Kevin, okay, it's present. Who else is present? Elvis is not here. So Joheb is present. Okay. Rudy is present. Walter is present. And Wilson is not here. Heather is here. And Carlos is here. Fatima and Fernando. Am I missing someone, guys? No? I mentioned everybody? Okay, good. So, yes. So, this is, guys, this is something that I do after the class. We were told to do this in the class. I will not do this in every class, but this is just for you to know that this is what I do after the class. I feel this. So it's very nice to know, guys, that you are attending classes. In this way, I see, oh, Elvis didn't come today, and last week he missed 2 classes, and that's the best way to keep track on this. So please don't miss tomorrow class for 2 reasons, guys. First of all, because we are only having 3 classes in this week, so it's important. So come to the class. Then second, we have a speaking class. And remember that for this intermediate 2, I will take those classes into account for your speaking or oral presentations, activities, or grades. So come tomorrow. What is the homework? You will recommend a book or a movie or a series to your friends. To your classmates, okay? I recommend this book because blah, blah, blah. You should read this because blah, blah, blah. And if you are looking for this type of content, you could find it here. Use all the vocabulary that we have learned in class, okay? Good. Bring this for tomorrow class. And besides that, we are going to have other activities. So do you have any question, guys?
We need to do a presentation or just speaking?
Good question. Very good question. I would say that's up to you, but I do recommend to have at least something ready, okay? An outline on your notebook, or you can prepare a presentation. You can put the cover or the book, whatever. That's going to be awesome. That's going to be the preferred way to do it, with at least 1 slide presentation, at least. If you want to include more, that's okay. Okay, perfect, guys. So I hope to see you all tomorrow, and I hope you have a good rest of your night.
Thank you, teacher. Have a good night.
Thank you. Good night.
Thank
Good night.
you. See you tomorrow.
Thank you. Good night.
Thank you. Good night.